With the opening of the nostril, the warm breath, the warm air coming out. Breathe in. Be aware that you're breathing in and also feel that your stomach is being filled up. We are online. We can start. And breathe out. And you put both your feet on the left, right over the left, and the thumbs join together. And then
Sister
you breathe in and out with both nostrils.
So we will start. So Namo Buddhaya and Dashitele. And my apologies for the delay. Don't know why sometimes we have the YouTube just refuses to start, but now it has started, and hopefully it will stay. No promises. Um, can sisters, can you all help to close the blinds? Yeah, it's glaring. Thank you. Okay. Right. YouTube चल रहा है? Hmm? Yes. चल रहा है ना? Okay, thank you. So, Namo Buddhaya, Tashidele, good evening. So, welcome to our 11th meditation session. Today is a very different meditation. Today, we are going to learn about Deity Yoga. It's actually Tibetan Buddhism, learning how to visualize. But so in Tibetan, we call it Lai Neljo, and in Sanskrit, we call it Devata Yoga. So this is an esoteric practice in general, and without the proper transmission from a qualified master, one is not supposed to simply practice. So today, I'm giving a basic framework because many people have some misconception about what is Guru Yoga, Deity Yoga. So sometimes you go to pujas, and then you see a lot of uh, so many deities. Sometimes got medicine Buddha, sometimes got Avalokiteshvara behind here, Chenrezi. So many different. Sometimes got Zambala, yeah, Tara. I don't know whether you have ever been to any Tibetan Buddhist setting where you see, all the lamas on the throne, and then everybody is chanting mantra, and then you see so many different Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and we don't know what's going on. So then just sit there and then just think of it as a blessing, and then we hope and pray that the blessing will come into us, and then after that we go home happy, right? That's usually what happens. We have had thousands of pujas in Malaysia already, yeah, by many great masters. Very blessed land we have, yeah. So I'm not a master. I don't have any particular lineage. I don't have. I have taken masters from many teachings from many traditions, but I'm not a master. I have not undergone retreat for all these different deities. But today, my job here is just to guide as to what the basic framework is, right? For me to be qualified, I must hold the lineage. I must be able to, So that is something which is beyond me. I'm just a mere commentator, yeah, trying to help my brothers and sisters to make sense of the Deity Yoga, like a tuition teacher, but not a master. So please don't think that I'm giving any kind of esoteric teachings, which I'm not. So first we will set our motivation correctly. Okay, so we will take refuge and generate bodhicitta. Sangye chwe dan so ki chok nam la Jangcho bardu dai di chap suchi. Dagi jin so gi pe su nam gi. Rola benchi sangi dro parisho. Sange chue dan so ki chong nam la. Jang cho bar du dai ni chap suchi. Dai gi jin so gi pe su nam ki. Rola pinjiri sangi dro par sho. Sangi chue dan so ki chok dam la. Jang cho bar du dai ni chap suchi. Dagi jin so gi pe shu nan ki. Rola pinche sangi dro parsho. Until the heart of enlightenment is reached, I and all my kind mother sentient beings, as vast as the skies, go for refuge to the Gurus, go for refuge to the Buddha, go for refuge to the Dharma, go for refuge to the Arya Sangha from the merits accrued by practicing giving, morality, patience, effort, samadhi, and wisdom. May I become a fully enlightened being, a Buddha, to benefit numberless sentient beings. Simchen tamche deva dan de ve ju dan de pare ju che tunga dan tunga gi ju dan de vore ju che tunye me pe deva da pa da me de vore ju che nye ren chanta ni dan da ve tan yong che bola ne pare ju ru ji. Simchen tamche deva dan de ve ju dan de pare ju che tunga dan tunga gi ju dan de vore ju che me pe deva da pa da me de vore ju che nye ren chanta ni dan da ve tan yong che bola ne pare ju ru ji. Simchen tamche dewa dan deve jo dan de pare jo che tunga dan dunga gi jo dan de pare jo che me pe dewa dan pa da me do pare jo che nye re chada ni dan da we tan yong chen po la ne pare jo ru ji. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and from creating those causes of suffering. May all beings never be separated from the bliss of the true nature of mind. May all beings be equanimous, free from the extremes of attachment and aversion. Semche nagi sampanda lo ye jeta jeta wa jechun thumon te pai cheki kolo koto so. So okay. Once again, welcome to the Deity Yoga tuition, I would say. So basically, for friends, brothers and sisters who are not from the Tibetan tradition, you can also benefit because you will be able to understand what happens in the Tibetan Buddhist practice. It's just a great glimpse, yeah. And I must, I must emphasize that these instructions are very basic, very general, and for proper practice, you must have direct transmission from a qualified teacher. That means you must get the empowerment, yeah, and then you must receive specific instructions and regular guidance. Many of you have already received from masters, very great masters, taken the empowerment, also promised that you will do some mantras, but after that, the practice goes down because you don't understand what you're doing, right? So today, if for those of you who never practice, don't know what is Deity Yoga, also today will be quite enlightening for you. So because then, however irrelevant you think it is to you, that I come to the wrong place today, actually, you're always where you're meant to be. If you don't have the karma to listen, you won't be here. And if you don't have karma to listen, you won't be online, right? So that is how I see it, right? So so please remember that I'm not the Lama or the Rinpoche, right? I'm zero qualification, except I'm here as a tuition teacher only, yeah, to try to help my brothers and sisters wherever they are lost in their practice. So this is yeah. So today we are going to try to uh, you know understand how to do practice on Deity Yoga of Buddha Shakyamuni, the safest one. Everybody knows who is the Buddha, right? And there are also practices for the Buddha. So you don't have to do Ovali Pemeho, you don't have to do medicine Buddha, you don't have to do Tara, you know, for today, whatever it is, because these are very, higher level. So at the most basic level, everybody knows Buddha Shakyamuni. So this is where we are going to do practice, yeah, and we are going to connect with the Buddha's qualities. So basically, this Guru Yoga is a Deity Yoga is actually quite interesting. So let me explain to you what is actually Deity Yoga. So basically, Deity Yoga is actually visualizing ourselves as an enlightened being. We all think that we are full of sin, full of corruption. We are so lazy, so greedy, so much of hatred and all. But but uh, Buddha taught us that we all have Buddha nature, right? So if we all have Buddha nature, essentially we are all Buddhas already. But only thing stained by all the defilements. What is that? It's like you have a nice, beautiful hand, and then you go and pick up cow dung. Then your hand is stained by the cow dung, right? But the hand is the hand. The hand is still beautiful, but temporarily there's cow dung on the hand, right? So when you wash it with the soap, then the cow dung goes off, right? In the same way, you have Buddha nature. It's just that they have the cow dung of all the anger, greed, and all these things. So now, when we wash it with the practice of Deity Yoga, then we bring out these enlightened qualities in us. So we start to understand that we actually are very pure. And then because we train in something called a pure perception, when we have pure perception, then we start looking at ourselves first and foremost as pure, and then everybody else also we look at will be pure. We have to maintain that, yeah. So the practice actually involves visualization of the deity. It's like we call it a Buddha or a Bodhisattva. So today we learn about Buddha Shakyamuni. So we have to learn how to first visualize with perfect clarity. That means every single you can remember what the Buddha wore or not. The Buddha definitely got wear something, right? Buddha wore a robe. The Buddha has what is hair, matted hair, and then with the Ushnisha. So and then you have in Dhyana Mudra, or you can have in many, many mudras, Abhaya Mudra, and then the teaching mudra, and then seated in the lotus posture. Behind there's a tree, beautiful tree. So like this, we try to uh, visualize. But why are we visualizing? Why do we need to visualize the Buddha or visualize Tara or visualize Chenrezi behind us, like Kuan Yin? Yeah, this is Kuan Yin, by the way, in case you didn't know. It's Kuan Yin from Tibet, Tibetan version of Kuan Yin. Yeah, but mantra still same. Om Mani Padme Hum. So why are we visualizing all these things? First and foremost, there are two things that are involved in this practice. Number one is shamatha meditation. That means focus, focus, focus. So you have so much mindfulness. You remember what the Buddha is wearing. You remember what the Buddha looked like. You remember the Buddha's hand posture, the leg posture, everything. Each time you remember so well, and then you remember all the little details. What color the robes, basically how whether the face is a smile or not, all the 32 qualities, all you remember. And when you remember, then your mind is no longer in the past, no longer in the future, no like, no dislike, because your mind is now fully focused on the deity. So deity yoga is an extension of what you do with your breath every day. Breathing, 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 breathing. Breathing is nice. Breathing is good. You get a lot of peace, a lot of contentment. You have, clarity. But it does not make you have pure perception. Okay, that means your view will be just the same gross view. When you wake up, you don't think yourself as a Buddha. You don't look at other people as having Buddha qualities. You just are normal. So that's why in Tibetan Buddhism, Tibetan Vajrayana Buddhism, Vajrayana means the diamond vehicle, Mantrayana. So it's also called Tantrayana because this is the tantric aspect. And what is Tantra? Tantra is not having sex, yeah? Tantra sex, people always think that Tantra is about all these kinds of things, yeah? Actually, it's it's what they call that a big misconception that that's all what it's all about. Tantra, the tantric aspect is this Deity Yoga. This Deity Yoga, and this Deity Yoga is so profound that it works on our subtle body, not only on our gross body. So when you do the breathing in, breathing out, the first time I when I shared with you this importance of breathing in, breathing out, I mentioned to you that the breath is the gateway between the what the mind and the body, right? And then also there is a subtle body with the channel, the middle channel, the central channel, the right channel and the left channel. And then when we practice, when all the winds go into the central channel and then go into the heart chakra, and then our mind becomes very refined, very, very refined, you know, and that is actually basically the subtle body. Subtle body meaning we are working on the level of the chakra, the bindu. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's fine. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, so we have the middle, our set the our what is that called, the channel. So we have the channels. It's not our in our physical body. Yeah, this one is an astral body. Okay, we have the middle channel, we have the right, we have the left, right, and then we have the chakras, this chakra, this chakra, this chakra, this chakra, other chakras, so many different chakras. So and then we also have the bindu, the points, yeah. So all these things, when you understand them, you will understand them through the practice of deity yoga, right? But for now, because you didn't take the transmission yet, or for those of you who have, I don't know who is watching, who is not watching, so I cannot make this a public affair where you teach all the finer points. But what I can guide you is how to practice properly, right? So that's very important. So for those of us who don't have much idea as to how to practice, this is like a tuition class lah. Okay, it's not to teach you anything, but it's just to give you some idea as to what's going on. And I lost my um, notes. So first and foremost, I'm going to discuss the general structure of the practice, and then the basic philosophical framework of it, and also some the public aspect of the deities, yeah, what you can see, and then we have the benefits of the practice, etc., and also the known mantras. And I'm also going to tell you about the basic concept of the generation stage and the completion stage. So in deity yoga, we have generation stage, we have completion stage. Do you know what it is? I think you all don't know at all. So, but we cannot discuss the secret things. Huh? So this is not something that I'm authorized to do. So if you want more instructions regarding the secret stuff, then you have got to take transmission from a qualified lama. And I'm not the one. Okay? I'm not at all. So I have no illusion that I am. So I'm here just to help you to understand what Deity Yoga means. So you see, yeah, some people might say that Deity Yoga is we are like all these are like gods. So Kuan Yin is a god, Medicine Buddha is a god, Tara is a god. Many people think that we are actually worshipping external deities. Actually, that is furthest from the truth. That is not true at all. Yeah. So they are not external deities. Yeah. So they are what they call it, manifestations of our own enlightened qualities. So we can think like that. Okay. So it's not to worship them as external gods. I know people like to pai at everything that we see. We see one god, this god, that god, and so we pai. It's good to acknowledge with respect that yes, sometimes when you go to temples, it's good to acknowledge, but we cannot. But they are not going to save us because the Buddha already said that I cannot, transfer my realization to you. I cannot cleanse your sins. I can only teach you and show you the way, teach the Dharma. So this is the same, yeah. So the purpose of Deity Yoga is to recognize and manifest our own inherent Buddha nature. So we already have the Buddha nature, but with the cow dung on top. So now how to remove the cow dung is the job of the Deity Yoga. Got it? Right. So now, so we do the pranayama, and then after that we can, uh, once our mind is very calm and composed. So before you do Deity Yoga, also you can do pranayama. It's not only pranayama is meant for anapanasati only or vipassana only. Anap, the pranayama is meant for every session. Anytime you want to do any Dharma practice, you can do pranayama. Okay, so shall we start? So thank you, Venerable. Sorry I had to start because the internet people are waiting. So I really apologize, yeah. So now we will go through once again. So everybody, your right hand, okay. So your right hand on the, so block your left nostril and then breathe in through the right nostril. And then you block your right nostril, you breathe out through your left. So watch me, yeah. So you block your left nostril, you breathe into the right, and then you use this ring finger, and then you block your right nostril, you breathe out through the left. That's Then after that you breathe in again through the left nostril, you breathe out to the right. And then you breathe in through your right nostril, breathe out to the left. That's one cycle. Got it? Yeah? So for those who didn't get it, you watch me, yeah? So, okay. That's one cycle. So now the second cycle, you start like this again. Back from the left nostril blocking. Okay? That is two. And the third one. So breathe in to your right nostril. Block your right nostril with your ring finger and breathe out through your left nostril and then in, out. So, okay. So, what we will do is we will tell ourselves breathing in. We are aware that we are breathing in and breathing out. We are aware that we are breathing out. In, out, in, out. Breathing in, we are aware that we are breathing in. Breathing out, we are aware that we are breathing out. In, out. So don't be so serious. So put a smile on your face and then tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. So for those of you who are coming from outside very tired, yeah. So maybe your chest is still very tired, your stomach still very tired. So you can do more. There's no fixed number, yeah. So just enjoy the breath. Tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. Wonderful. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. Fantastic. Okay. One more time. I know today everybody is very tired inside. So breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. So this one, now we have completed the first stage of pranayama. And you breathe in, breathe out, you're aware of the breath, in breath, out breath at your nostril. Like a gatekeeper watching the in breath go in and watching the out breath go out, in, out, in, out. At the tip of your nose, relax, forget about the past, don't worry about the future. Just let go, drop everything, relax, huh? Nothing to hold, don't hold on to anything. This is the time you let go, relax, put a smile on your face, come back to your best friend, the breath, breathe in, breathe out. Present moment, wonderful moment, yeah? So that is first stage. Second stage, you bring your right hand, right? So your right hand, and then over your left hand, body straight, back straight, the shoulders very relaxed. You can choose to open or close your eyes, the two thumbs joining, yeah? You can sit in Vajra posture or lotus posture, whatever posture you want to sit in, semi lotus, the happy posture, whichever posture, yeah? So then you tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. So whatever storms that are going outside, going on, forget about it. Don't worry. Your inner universe has no storm, I hope. And even if there is a storm, go back inside your own inner universe and face your own storms. But first, enjoy your breathing. So tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. Continue using your own rhythm, your, your own breath, natural rhythm. Don't force. So if a thought has come into your mind, yeah, gently bring your mind back to your breath. If the thought has wandered off to the past, or has gone into the future, or going to something you like, or pushing away something you dislike. So once you're aware, so through the energy of mindfulness, gently bring that monkey mind through the rope of mindfulness back to your breath. Yeah? So now give the breath. So give your mind the banana of your breath. So the breath is the banana, your mind is the monkey, mindfulness is the rope, and synchronize these three and bring your mind back to your breath. Breathing in, you're aware that you're breathing in. Breathing out, you're aware that you're breathing out. So focus only on one point at the tip of your nostril, in, out, in, out. Okay? Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. I am blooming as a flower. I am fresh as a dew. I am solid as a mountain. I am firm as the earth. I am free. Breathing in, breathing out. Enjoy. Breathing in, breathing out. I am water reflecting what is real, what is true. and I feel there is space deep inside of me. I am free. I am free. I am free. Free your mind from the past, from the future. Past is gone. It cannot come back, and we cannot change it. The future has not yet come. The present is the only moment that is truly available to us, the moment where we are truly, truly alive. And dwell in the present moment. In, out, deep, slow, calm, ease, smile, release, present moment, wonderful moment, present moment, wonderful moment. Your mind is relaxed, no past, no future, no likes, no dislikes, completely relaxed. Enjoy the breath. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Happiness is in the here and now. Enjoy this breathing in, breathing out. Tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. So now you're relaxing, yeah? Slowly, slowly your mind is settling down. You were so busy just now, running here, running there. Now finally the monkey mind has settled down. Okay, so now the third aspect is the breath of fire. So breathe in, fully fill up your entire chest cavity and your abdomen with air, and then breathe out. Exhale 10 times without breathing in again. So ration your breath slowly, slowly 3 times, and then yeah, expunge the air 10 times, yeah, from your stomach, never from your chest. So let's do. Okay, so push your stomach from inside, the air is pushing out, yeah. So breathe in, so put a beautiful smile, breathe in as much as you can, fill up your entire body like a balloon, and then breathe out 10 times. Yeah, just relax, let go, like you're laughing, you know. Just make as if you're laughing. When you're laughing, you're not like forcing, right? So here also we are just like not forcing and smiling some more. But the chest is going like this diaphragm is going up, down, up, down. Like Santa Claus, you know. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, see? So now when you're laughing, naturally you know how to do breath of fire. Naturally. It's part of the game, yeah, the deal. Okay, so do one more time. Because some of us are very tired and the tiredness manifests sometimes here, yeah. So now we are trying to rebalance our energy, our chi force. So just now we came in very still, very tired, mind all over the place. Now we release all this negative energy and cut the connection from the previous activity, yeah? From the past. So now remain in the present and do the breath of fire. Okay, one more time. Yeah, you want to do more also can. More than 10 is perfectly okay. So, okay, you got it? Yeah? Can or not? Yeah. So basically, you know how to laugh, right? So if you know how to laugh, you know how to do the breath of fire. Like this. Just, just, yeah. Naturally, you laugh from here or you laugh from here, or you laugh from here. Huh? You laugh when you are, it's so funny that you want to roll on the ground. Where do you laugh from? Here, here where your ribs painful, or here?
Visualize right now.
No, you just not visualize. Don't use your intellectual thinking. Now understand your body. Just laugh. Why did the chicken cross the street? Tell me. But because you want to go to the other side, ma. Laugh. I tell you a story. Okay, the shortest story ever. I have a dog. Her name is Rover, and the story is over. Laugh. Laugh. That is it. Where? It's basically down here. When you're really, really like laughing, it will come from here. Okay? Got it? Yeah. So now the final one is the three last breath. So that completes the 4 stage of pranayama. The right hand over the left hand. Right? Okay. And then breathe in and then you expunge 3 times. I mean 1 time like this. But you repeat 3 times, okay, with voice, with sound. Relax. Relax. Okay. Happy? Feel good? Yeah. So yeah, is there any difference between before you did and after you did the pranayama? The mind got any difference?
It's more empty.
More empty of the chatter, right? All the intellectual stuff because too much thinking. So now, are you thinking too much? Just in the present moment? Fantastic. Then now you're ready for the meditation. Okay? So now, yes. So now I would like to give you the philosophical foundation of Deity Yoga. So, of course, when you do the look at Avalokiteshvara, you look at Jain Rizzi, you look at Tara, Medicine Buddha, Zambala, whoever, yeah, Amitabha, Amitayu, so many, Vajra Yogini. So you must understand the philosophy behind it. Okay, so basically, Deity Yoga has 2 stages. One is called the generation stage. Yeah, it's like construction stage, and then that is in Tibetan we call it hearing, right? And then the completion stage, we call it the Dzogrim. Yeah, so generation or development stage practice or completion stage practice. So now, what is this? Very complicated, right? But it's actually, if you have, let's say you go to an empowerment and then you get a book, okay, and then in the book you will practice. First you have to take refuge, then you generate the kind heart, then you want to practice for all living beings, that's called bodhicitta, and then after that you supplicate this, that, etc., and then after that you visualize, right? So when you visualize, the moment you start visualizing, that is called the hearing, which is the generation stage. So which means that you're going to construct. So imagine that you're constructing a house. So first when you're constructing a house, you have the foundation, the pillars, then you have the piling right at the bottom. Then after that you have the floor. Okay. Then after that you have the pillars. Then after that you have the walls. Then after that you have the roof truss. All this, yeah. Yes, isn't it? So that is how slowly. Then after that you paint. First, then you plaster the wall. Then you paint. Isn't it something like that? Then you get your full house. You construct. So in the same way, the Buddha doesn't pop up like that. You appear. So you have to construct the Buddha slowly, 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 slowly. So why slowly, slowly? Why can't suddenly the Buddha pop up in your head like this? Ding! Wow, the whole Buddha is there. Wow, now I can practice. That's not the point. The point is when you look at your breath also, you don't look at in breath, out breath together, right? Right? You look at one thing at a time, right? So in the same way, why you cannot look at your in breath, out breath together? Because then your mindfulness will run, your focus will go off, right? So you can only focus on small things. If I tell you to look into the sky and look at all the stars all at once, which is easier, to look at one star or look at all the stars? Why?
And focus.
You can focus easily on one, correct? If you look at all, then you can, which one is clearer? Looking at one star or looking at all the stars, which one has more clarity? Mm. But if every day you look at one, sooner or later you will know all the stars in the sky. Then later on, close your eyes also, you can see all the stars. But actually, your eyes are closed. But all the stars are there. Because every day you look at it, you note it, the, where is the position, where is this, that's how far the star, what shape, the constellation, all this you know, right? And then after that, the next time you go out into the garden, you look into the sky, wow, you know where the stars are. You know where's the Southern Cross. You know where is Venus, right? You know many, many things, right? Yeah. So the hunter, the constellation also, you know, you can see, right? Yeah. So in the same way, when you construct your the Buddha slowly, 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 starting from the empty space, and then there's a lotus, a mundis, and then after that, then the Buddha will come, and then one by one you do. That is slowly building up the foundation of your mindfulness and your focus. So actually speaking, in the Deity Yoga practice, there's shamatha meditation, right? And then also there is also the what they call that Mahamudra aspect also, where there is no object also. So there's an object meditation, there's a non-object meditation also, right? So when we have the generation stage, the development stage, we say words like Om Sabhava Shuddha Sabhadharma Sabhava Shuddho Ham. It means that everything becomes emptiness. So that means there's, like you said just now, your mind is empty, no thoughts, right? So in the same way, you visualize that everything in this world has dissolved into emptiness, and it's like for that moment in time, it is like you are in outer space. There is no object to block you, It's just like that, and it's vast, so vast, so clear. Everything is clear. So it's like when you want to draw, you draw on top of if you're a painter, lah, okay, you want to draw on top of somebody's painting, or you need a clean sheet. Logical speaking, isn't it? And would you draw on top of black or red or something, or you draw on top of white? White. Everybody knows that, right? Even the small child in the school also knows. So in the same way, in Deity Yoga practice, so we actually, when we dissolve everything into emptiness, so it's like the children, when they do, I like to buy this kind of toy for my nephews and nieces when they're small, Now I have grand nephews and nieces, great nephews, great nieces also. Yeah. So then they have this slate, isn't it? And then you draw with a pencil, then after that, you, like a duster, but it's actually just a 10 ringgit thing, right? In that same way, you are, when we say Om Sabhava Shuddha, Sabhadhamma Sabhava Shuddha, everything becomes emptiness. That means you're rubbing off all these things and then just starting from like a scratch, which means like a clean, vast, empty space like that. So then, if there's so many things already there, objects, how can you see the Buddha? Isn't it? So you need to make everything so nice, so empty like that, yeah? So, including our own self. Yeah. So it's empty. We say as of empty of what? We say empty of inherent existence. That means we ourselves don't exist the way we think we do. So this is a bit higher level. Empty of inherent existence, that means we exist depending on causes and conditions. When those and conditions are not there, we no longer exist. So we exist, we are interdependent with other beings. We are made out of atoms, parts. So we are not like this. We are made out of so many different things. Basically, it's from the basic blocks, the atoms, and from molecules, and it becomes cells, and then that's how we are formed. So we have to understand that, and then also we are constantly changing. So this, interdependent, changing, and then also we are made up of parts. All these three is means that we are not one single entity. We are constantly changing. So that is the meaning of actually emptiness. We're empty of our own self, but full of the universe. So this practice actually really, really is like a vipassana also. So because vipassana actually is trying to tell us to become, to understand anicca, dukkha, anatta, which means anicca means what they call that, the impermanent nature of things. So we are impermanent, isn't it? We understand that. And also in this practice also there will be an impermanent part. And then also dukkha, we can see everything in this world. We can see everything is dukkha. We already know. The anatta part, which means that everything is actually depending on other things. There's nothing that truly exists on its own. Everything exists depending on other things. So we are full, we are empty of our own ego, our own so-called self, but we are full of the entire universe because it takes the entire universe to actually become one flower, one fruit. Right? You're from the farm. One flower, one fruit. Correct? The whole universe, if you take out the flower, you ask the flower, 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 what are you made of? Then the flower will tell you, how can I make you again? So the flower will tell you, please get me the sun. Bring me the water, bring me the air, bring me the bacteria, bring me the soil, bring me the abiotic, the non-bio, all the biological and the, what they call that, carbon and non-carbon parts of it, the organic, the inorganic, everything, the whole universe is inside that flower. So which means the flower got no ego. Flower is just there, made from the universe. In the same way, we have so much of ego. We think we exist, but we forget that our existence is exactly like the flower or the fruit. Deity Yoga makes us practice like this, yeah, in a very interesting way. So we call it ordinary appearance. So we are dissolving our ordinary appearances. That means we are no longer karma children anymore. I'm no longer karma children. Then later on I visualize myself. What if I take the empowerment that I can do my self visualization, I myself become Kuan Yin. That's how it is. So I'm no longer stained. But at the same time, it's not make believe. Inside, I'm already enlightened. The Buddha nature. It's not that I'm taking Kuan Yin and putting in my head and making up story. I already am enlightened inside. It's just there's kaudang only. So when I say everything becomes emptiness, the kaudang, everything goes off. So you start anew. So I visualize myself as an enlightened being. So then after that, you visualize the front and you visualize yourself. So for today, we won't visualize ourselves. We can only visualize the front, yeah, because we don't have that transmission. So then from the emptiness arises this Buddha lah, beautiful. Suddenly the Buddha comes. How come? We can create Buddha one. So grand are we all? It's because everything is empty. We're in the realm of emptiness. Anything is possible. Right? Anything is possible. The power of the mind is so strong. You can visualize the Buddha springing up from the lotus. Yeah? That is the beauty of it, right? So then you develop very clear visualization of the Buddha, and then of course, if we are doing our self visualization, then we think of ourselves as Buddha also. So then we have something called a divine pride. Divine pride means we at that moment we really truly believe we are enlightened. Stranger. Have you heard of this practice before? Sounds very scary, right? Like what on earth is this going on, right? But actually speaking, after practicing for so many years, one really starts to understand that one is already a Buddha. It's just this one is just a contaminated aggregates only contamination because of our karma. We have this plaster on top of the we are encapsulated in this body, which is a karmic retribution body. But inside we are exactly like Buddha. So which means that I'm not pretending, I am actually trying to achieve something which is I already am actually, but try to put my mind in that so that I can achieve it faster. You get what I mean? So this deity yoga is actually you're envisioning that you're already enlightened, and then it has very profound psychological impact on the mind. So for those of us who study psychology, how to make people positive. So that's one of the way to make people positive is this one is a skillful means from Tibetan Buddhism, where it says that you're already enlightened, so you visualize yourself as a deity. When you visualize yourself as a deity, so it's not that you get the ego of the deity. Deity got no ego. It's all emptiness. So when you visualize yourself as a deity, so then you develop the qualities of compassion, kindness, understanding, love. All these qualities must be there. But because you're enlightened, enlightenment means must have some quality, lah, isn't it? So for some time, during that time when you're meditating, you think about the Buddha and then you think about the Buddha's qualities and then you think, I also am Buddha. I also have those qualities. Even if it is for a short while, the qualities rub onto you. It's like the cow dung slowly is being washed away. So that is very fascinating psychology from Tibetan Buddhism, yeah. And not every day you get to hear people explain this to you, but that is the concept, yeah. So then after that, when you construct already, then when we go to the completion stage, once you construct already everything, and then you will recite the mantra and meditate. So I will guide you through it. Yeah? So then we come to the completion stage.